All right, so welcome back, bro. Welcome back. I'm gonna go ahead and just give my input on that topic, right? Soul was talking about people changing genders. I do believe and see that it is being influenced from the powers that be. What was going on at the Olympics? What was going on at the Olympics? The Last Supper. This is on a world stage. This is where all the countries around the world gather to play sports. So what the hell are we doing on the Last Supper? What was that? Because I guarantee you none of those people were playing any sports, especially the one in the center or that little blue Smurf on the plate. All of that is symbolism. And when you get into the symbolism of that blue Smurf, it's sick. It's sick. Sick. Another example that he brought up, Chris and Mr. Beast. Chris and Mr. Beast. There's a lot of YouTubers that are being put in place, that are being given the spotlight because they not only have a big platform, but they have a big platform that is promoted towards the youth. Sure, adults, adults older than me, people in their 20s, of course. That's not even really where it is. It's the youth because that's the future. That is the future. So if they can get their message into the children's head, then that's a better chance of them likely fulfilling their little plan that they have, which is ultimately trying to compromise human so they can control them. That's why they want to put a chip in your head. This is just the first step, right? This is just the first step. You compromising yourself. And mind you, a lot of these people that are doing it, it's probably a very, very high percentage of these people that are regretting it, that are saying, oh my God, what have I done? Because they were influenced when they were at a weak point in life, because they've already been influenced to go get this 9 to 5, to go to school to do this, even though they didn't want to do it because their parents made them do it, because their parents were taught to do that. So if the parents did it, you better do it. This is all a big game. It's all a big game. I have other YouTubers that I love to watch, right? That I've loved to watch. And now it's just gotten so sick and it's just gotten so clear that you are a bot. Somebody that's huge, that's getting millions of subscribers per year, is clearly compromised. It's clearly influencing the youth, the young men of the youth, to be out of their nature, to be opposite of their nature. And when you're doing that and you're laughing and you're yelling and you're doing all this type of stuff, it's really easy to slide past a lot of the young children's minds because they're just young. They don't know any better. They're not taught, right? That's why it's really important to, especially if you have children, understand what your environment is. Understand what's going on. Because they're trying to put a game on us. They set up a system that causes you to seek outside of yourself, whether it's through religion, whether it's through, your peers or your the people that are higher up, right? Your parents. And they're influencing people to, no, you can't do that. You kidding me? That's 1 in a million. Go get this job. Go to school, get this degree, and go do that. Well, meanwhile, the kid's trying to convince himself, all right, fine, let's do it, right? The young teenager, whoever. And the next thing you know, 5-10 years down the line, they want to blow their brains out, or they want to cut something off and change it, or they want to partake in drugs or partake in overeating because they have no other way to get that outlet, to get that release, to get that fulfillment. So of course they're going to eat whatever they want to eat. Of course they're going to be doing things that maybe they shouldn't be doing, but They've been taught that, oh, this is the fun thing to do. This is what people do when they get off of work. Soon as Thursday, Friday comes around, they start rolling ads, right? To influence you, propaganda. Soon as Thursday comes around, you see Dos Equis, you see all these different type of alcohol, you see all the food, you see all the restaurants. By the time you hit Saturday, Sunday, they're trying to sell you the pills to suppress all of the stuff, food, drugs, alcohol that you've been doing. Now they're Sky Rizzy, Ingzama, all these weird ass names that they're creating in labs because now they're trying to suppress the stuff that you're doing. It's so crazy how all this is entangled. Your musicians, right? Soul talked about Lil Nas X and how that's a plant. I mean, come on, pregnant body, and that's on the world stage. And to not to get off topic, what was going on at Kamala Harris's? I was literally upset watching. I don't have anything on Meg Thee Stallion. Do what you want to do, influence who you want to influence. But when it comes to the country, what are you doing on the stage twerking? We're talking about presidency. I feel ashamed, honestly, that this is a representation of America. Really, it's not, but this is what we are showing to represent us, or they are showing. In actuality, man, this is all a big ploy to get us out of our nature, to get us out of alignment, to get us out of who we truly are. When you have children, I don't have any children, but I've been around children and I've been able to see. When you have children, it's very, very important that you cater an environment that is conducive to who they truly are. Otherwise, they're going to be looking left and right because look at all these screens. Look at all these screens, right? You go to the gym, there's a screen. Your car, there's a screen. You can't get away from them. And that's when I hit the nail on the head, right? Because it's all about attention. Wherever your attention flows, energy goes. So of course they're going to get the influencers that, your kids are coming home after school. They're going on YouTube. That was another point Soul brought up. It was first in Hollywood, right? Will Smith doing gay movies so he can get status in his career. The Legend of Bagger Vance. That's one of them that comes to mind. I've never seen the movie, but I've heard about this whole story. But now it's getting over to YouTubers and influencers. You just saw what happened with Kai Cenat. And I appreciate Sneeko for saying what he said, because if that shit did not bubble up, there would have never been a video. He would have still continued to be there for Kai, of course. But now more than ever, they're going all in when it comes to look at the concerts that a lot of artists are throwing. Demonic, Travis Scott, Beyonce, Doja Cat. Look at all these people. And I guarantee you, in about 10, 20 years, most, if not all, these people are going to be flonked out. They're going to commit suicide. Because at the end of the day, everything comes to the light. I don't know why nobody realizes this. If you're on OnlyFans, if you're twerking, fellas, if you're pimping, if you're selling stuff to people that is harming people, unless you're a sick person, you're going to feel that sooner than later, brother, sister. You're going to feel it. Especially if you have kids. But nowadays, man, it's clear as day that there is a war on not even just our spirituality, us in entirety. There's a war on us. And we're being played with. We're being toyed with. They're putting stuff in kids. I mean, what happened with Disney? What's going on with Disney? And all these missing children. It's the children that are being attacked. It's everybody, but it's mostly the children, because the children are the future. It's just incredible how we can be living right now. And there's so many people that know the truth, that know what's right. But yet there's still so many people that want to argue against that, right? Like, For example, Israel and Palestine. Listen, no violence. Like, what are we? We are grown human beings. We're so, like, I was scrolling on TikTok last night, and it just really hit me last night. All these people are dumb. There's so many bots and sheep in this realm. It's getting out of control. Why are we arguing? Why can't we just get to the real facts and get a solution? But no, they're trying to get to Mars in a closed firmament when Mars doesn't exist like that. And we're sending money to NASA, which means to deceive. We're sending money to all these things. And there's people that are saying, oh, look at that, we're in space. Oh, look at the globe. Oh, Antarctica, it's just this one. It's not an ice ring. And when the facts are out there, when the facts are clear as day, and it's all symbolism. Like I said, NASA means to deceive. And when you really break down, look at NASA, the snake, it's the tongue. But a lot of people don't want to believe that, but because again, a lot of people are in their own way. A lot of people are ran down. They're trying to make a living. They're trying to survive. They get dusted and they get worn out by the end of the week, and they don't want to hear it. They don't have time for it because they've closed off to their soul. They've closed off to their first eye, and now they just want to get by. That rhymed. They just want to get by. They're willing to do whatever they need to do to get to the bag, no matter what their morality is. And I have to say, guys, that's just not me. That is just not me. I'm not wired to bend over. I'm not wired to sell myself. I'm not wired to sell my soul. At the end of the day, I'm very optimistic. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I, as you can tell, I steer away from making this type of content. Because it just really, because I'm not really talking about a solution, right? I'm not really talking about what we can do about it, right? But I do think it's important to bring awareness, because I'll definitely be able to maybe confirm somebody's thoughts out there, right? Maybe reassure somebody out there. And I do believe that that's why I'm here. I'm here to be an inspirator. I'm here to bring things to light. You know, I'm here to bring you to light. I'm here to bring me to light. And it's important that, you know, if I feel the need to, then I'll make videos like this. And I'm not going to lie. I was excited. You know, I saw Soul. I was like, shoot, here we go. This reminds me of 2019, 2020. It's time to jump back on it. You know what I'm saying? But guys, use discernment, right? If you know you shouldn't be doing something, if you know you've been doing this too much, take a step back, okay? Just take a freaking step back. Because the repercussions are going to be, what you're doing are not worth the repercussions. In fact, what you're doing, you've been encouraged to do. You've been encouraged to move this way instead of going within. Don't get me wrong. I like religion as a compass, as an allegory. But I truly believe that religion was created by the Romans to take the power outside of yourself and put it somewhere. To take the faith from outside of who you are and what you think and what you've been wired to do. I mean, the body is so divine. The fact that we get cut, like I've said this so many times, we're Wolverine. We're all Wolverine. Wolverine gets sliced up, cut, stabbed, he heals up. Do we not? I don't have to facilitate my oxygen, my blood, whether I'm awake or I'm asleep. So obviously we're rolling with a piece of divine hardware. Okay, this is the best piece of technology in this realm. So don't waste it. Don't waste it. If you feel like you shouldn't be rolling with this crew, or if you feel like you need to change your friend group, or if you feel like you need to change your lifestyle or your job, do it. Stop ignoring your conscience. Stop ignoring that voice in your head that's saying, what about this? How many times does that voice need to say, hey, we should be doing this? How many times are you going to ignore that? I can guarantee you that's going to lead to dementia when you ignore your true nature and you sit in the passenger lane of your vehicle instead of, you know what, let me go off-road. Let me go the unbeaten path. The kingdom of heaven is within. I forgot what verse that is. Okay? It'll be interesting to see what happens in November. Okay? At the end of the day, guess whose side I'm on? My side, the people's side. At the end of the day, they all are withholding information and they're all doing things that they're not going to tell us. Whether they look like the good guy or the good girl, or whether they look like the bad guy or the good girl. Same thing with influencers. Same thing with influencers. So I just encourage you, take discernment, tap into who you are, get the distractions out of your way, change up whatever you need to change up because it's game time. You ready to play? Because I am. Love and light to all, and to all love and light. Forever out. Peace.